Hello and welcome back to another Let's Play 3v3 Napoleon Total War Battle online. And this one is going to be quite interesting. I am here with the French, and let's see. My partners in crime are the Portuguese and the Prussians. Now, unfortunately, we are only going to be able to watch one side of the battle. I'll try to get more views of the left side, but I, as the French, are going to be holding down the right flank. Now, we are facing off against the British, another French who is going to be occupying the middle, and another British. So, we do have our work cut out for us. So, as we start off, he has 4 chevals. I have 4 as well, and we are both rushing the top. Now, he is going to be occupying this area right here, whereas I am going to be occupying this area plus this area over here. And this is really where we're going to be watching most of the battle, because that is going to be where, well, at least what I have seen. Now, this is going to be a very intense battle, we'll say. So look at this. He comes all the way almost to the top of the hill and just negates everything. Look at that. He just doesn't make any headway. Whereas over here, I get to the top, I can see over, and I can shoot down, although still not a great angle. I'm going to fix that though. But look at that. He's shooting straight into there, into the hill, and that's just doing nothing but wasting bullets. And that's unfortunate. Over here though, we do have the British and the Portuguese actually making a good charge by the British Light Dragoons. They are charging the Portuguese cavalry, which I do believe are a little bit heavier, but because they got the charge, I think they are going to win the day. But like I said, don't know too much about what's happening over there. I do know that the British is advancing, and he does have quite the formidable army. Let's see, he has some foot, Highland foot, some more foot, Highland foot, Lightfoot. Okay, so by the way, forgot to mention rules in this: 5 light infantry, no artillery. Me, being a bold, brash lad that I am, I decided to bring no light infantry and just bring them down with my normal boom boom. Let's get you to the front of the lines, and with mass levée en masse. Very French. So my plan: I am going to bring 4 to 5 squads and hold this fort down. I'm going to use the rest of my army on the flank over here and really skirmish on this side. Just a quick look. The lines are holding. Oh, oof. Yeah, that's not good. And the British are kind of taking over. So right now we're really losing. And I made it to the top of my hill, whereas my partners have not. I do believe the Portuguese are going to start making their way up, but I was able to get some National Guard up here. They are firing a little bit into the hill, but they are hitting me as well. I've already lost 8 guys now. Oh, and yeah, I did not move these Chesters out of the way, so they are definitely taking a pounding. However, I am taking up a bunch of his army, as you can see, and part of the French army, which is alleviating some of the stress of my Portuguese counterpart, which I really wish you would have moved him up already. But that's alright. I am walking. And what do we talk about walking? Walking loses you the battle. But I do see that I do have a little opening here. So I do charge in one of my suicidal charges to see if I can't get a few of these Voltigeurs out of here. Looks like it's paying off pretty well. I already got him down 12 men, but is it worth it? That is the question. Oh, look at those big charges. Big charges. It definitely is worth it. It looks like I've gotten at least half of them off the field. And these other guys, oh, now these Chesters are definitely shooting me up. And now it might not have been worth it. But that does give me time to move up my Polish legions, and they are now firing from the advantage of the hilltop. I did lose my National Guard, but I was able to keep my Polish and my other Polish up here. Another Polish one right here, a Polish one right here, which he is going to be my reserves. And I do have an old guard hanging out in the back for some late game action. Alright, over here we got National Guard. We do have a column of Swiss. So here's my Swiss. My right flank is my Swiss, my left flank is my Polish. So we are duking it out, really just trying to sustain, hold the hill. Really, we're kind of lucky that he didn't push any harder. I do have this little National Guard that's really keeping him at bay right here. But the British are still trying to line up and use their skirmishing where they can. So they do have some rifles. They do have some light foot, so they do have me out skirmish. But in a minute here, I think I am going to push up. Now look at that. Yeah, see, he's already starting to skirmish me a little bit. Even though I had the tree cover, I know I can't keep that up. So I'm going to have to push him here in a second. Let's see, what do we got here? National Guard as the reserves. I got some. Here's my other old guard. I do have 2 old guards in there, so they're moving up. They're walking. That's honestly, it's not too bad, but it's I should be running them if I can. So let's see. The Cheshires did come in. I was able to square them just in the nick of time. Luck, we didn't get to see that. That's probably why I'm not advancing my other boys up. Oh, it looks like I am now. So I did move them up. I do want to get some shots in. They do have some Fencibles, or however you pronounce that, which are very cheap units, so the trade is going to be good for him since I am shooting at these weaklings, but they will go down fast with 3 of the Swiss foot in range. And he is pulling his riffles back, so that's not good for him. He does have this cover of the tree line, which should help him really retreat, and he's being a little too cautious here. I would have stayed in there and booted up, but nope, he decided against it. But we're going to move on over here. Old Guard now in the fray. We're moving them up, and now we're really going to hold the line here. So let's see if we can't get some good shots. Oh, yeah. Beautiful vantage point, too. Right up cresting the hill. Yeah, that's exactly where we want. Let's look at it from their point of view, actually. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, men. Give them hell. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so these weak units are going by the wayside. I am pushing a little bit more. The Swiss are, I really want to get this out of here so I can really push up with the rest of them. I do have my other 2 lines, which are Old Guard and Swiss foot moving up. Man, these guys are really hanging in there. I really wanted them out of there by now. Really, if I was the British, I would have pushed up into this forest, get some of that, and that way they could trade. I do have 2 National Guard, which wouldn't trade well with what he has here, which are foot, and another foot. And he also does have some Highland foot up here on the ridge. So a lot of the micro is happening right over here. Oh, look, I did get in the square. I did notice this charge. These are some King's German Legion Dragoons, which are very good. I am forming up here, and I am reforming here. He is going to be moving his rifles up, I believe. Nope, he is moving his lines up, though, utilizing that cab charge as best as he can. But I am able to get my boys back in line just in time to neglect his push here. So the Kings, but he does have 2 lines versus my 1 Swiss, so that's not going to work real well for me. Looks like my Swiss foot is down to 41 men. Ooh, taking the volleys, and yeah, he just isn't dead. So finally, do got my Old Guard shooting at him. That's gonna hurt him a lot. Let's keep moving. All right, so finally, they did crest the hill, and they are starting to put a little pressure on him. I was feeling very neglected, like I was doing all the battling over here. I really don't know what was happening. Let's just take a quick glance. Okay, looks like the British is pushing on this side. We somehow did retake the hill. Does have a lot of light infantry, Fusiliers, and so we are pushing pretty decently over on this side, so that's good. So let's go back here. All right, so these Swiss, they were meant to be murdered. That's all that happened. Oh, this is a big charge here with the Highland foot charging my National Guard, but I was able to support them with these Swiss foot in there to back them up, and now they are going to be gone. Then I realized, oh, I do have some cavalry, so, oh, and I didn't notice the spikes. Look at all the horses dying. Oh, what a travesty. But I realized it right at the last second and did go ahead and charge down his line. So I'm now going to try to roll him up and move up my Old Guard to replace this Swiss foot and really start putting a pounding on them. And if I can get some of these guys off the field, that would just be excellent. I do have the lines where I can curl them up. I'm going to try to move these guys back. I do have the Swiss foot in the woods, so that is going to be spectacular. Although the light foot do have some pretty high accuracy, so that's going to be something to keep an eye on. Alright, this Swiss foot's not long for this world. 24 guys left and the old guard put behind them. Yep, there they go. But I was able to route this guy. I almost got this Highland foot routed. I do have 13 more horses left, so they are just now doing it. I am starting to curl. And I do have this other little, what are these guys? Swiss foot. I'm putting out in reserves. Realize I might be doing a little too heavy here. Oh, no, not heavy enough. I need to keep scooting forward. I am an attacking general. But look here. The foot did finally decide to make their move in the woods, which now I only have one. I didn't notice that until just now. I only have one National Guard left. I do have them backed up, but I forget about these guys right here. The Polish Legion. They are just sitting here in the reserves. Don't remember them being there, and this is going to play big dividends. Let's take a look at these fine lads. Oh yes, we're just waiting, sir. It's a soppy day, but we are waiting. 52 old guard left. Really holding down the lines, though. They really held this, and this is what I needed them to do. And now my ally is starting to push, but they do have the woods, so that's going to be pretty detrimental. But this is where the action is for me. Now, I do notice that they are pushing back a little bit. I really want to use this force. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do a little switcheroo. I'm going to move my old guard into the woods and try to get out of this exposed area. Now, what I'm really going to eyeball here in just a minute is I say, man, I really wish I can just take these guys at the flank. And that's exactly what I do. You'll see that here in just a minute. And I do move up my general. That's what I'm doing right now to try to support these guys. Have these guys staggered here. But yeah, they just have too many lines. 41 men there, 120 Highland foot. I'm just pushing like a mad dog. I said, I don't care about your business. I do get the general support. You see that? Perfect. If I can just get one of those guys off, one of these lines off the field, that would just be spectacular. I do end up supporting my old guard, and they are still putting in the bullets. Luckily, I still have 111, so that's good. What do we got here? 35 versus 41. Look at that. He does bring in his general to give him a little bit of boost. But these are Highland foot versus Swiss foot. So, I mean, pretty fair trades, I think. Alright, so let's take a look over here. I do end up bringing up the National Guard to support this National Guard. And finally, my old guard, 18 men, they did what they had to do. I end up pushing up these National Guard just to hold this. Really, if I can't let them push me here and envelop me on the backside. I still don't notice these Polish Legion, which I'm feeling right now, this is all I have. I'm thinking, oh man, this is going to get dicey. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this one out. So we're just going to keep plugging. But he does retreat. He's a very cautious one. Not that that's bad. It's actually very good to be cautious in this game. But yeah, I think that really kind of hurt him there. So we are still pushing. Oh, we ended up losing our Swiss foot. So these little Highland foot did rue the day. Oh, but here's where I do my switcheroo. I do move my old guard here. I'm moving my Swiss foot here. I'm moving these guys out of the way. And I'm just really saying I'm forgetting this whole flank because they just have too many guys. After I lost my Swiss, they really just showed me they have the men and the power to do it. And I still have 108 old guard, so I'm really trying to reserve them and keep them in the woods. I think I realized pretty quickly, though, that this is not a good engagement for me, so I'm going to back them out right here and really just leave my old guard in the woods to keep taking shots and have a little bit of cover. Let's take another quick look. So this hill is not good. Oh, what are these boys doing? Suicidal. Look at them go. They said, "We see you, Kiltman. We will chase you." Actually, no, we won't. We are going back into the truck. We're going to start lining up again. Oh, I finally do see my reserves, and I couldn't be any more ecstatic. And you have to remember, all my boys are running a little low on the bullets. So what my plan is, I see that, so this is, the Swiss foot are out of bullets. That's why I charged them in. That does give me time to reposition and get lined up. And, let's see. And the reason I'm holding down the space bar so you can see all my where I'm positioning all my lads, And now I see, man, if I can really get this far flank with my full stacks of a Polish Legion, I can really do some damage and get this Highland Foot off the field potentially, and this Highland Foot. Lightfoot might be another story, but I'm also trying to keep my general in the middle and safe. So this is what we call the death box, because I got shooting from here and shooting from here. I'm also having my old guard in here shooting out, awfully protected. I don't think he sees my Polish Legion just yet, and they are walking, which is unfortunate. But, oh, look at that. I do bring up my National Guard and my Polish Legion, and I do have some support from my Portuguese allies. Excellent, men. You have done a great service, holding the right flank. But, oh yeah, he's trying to go toe-to-toe with my boys in the woods while he's exposed, getting shot at from both flanks. Terrible decision. It's just not going to end well for you. I think this guy's out of ammunition, so he's just going in and charging. Not a good idea, Napoleon. Alright, so old guard, finally out of bullets, I believe. And, oh, actually, his Lightfoot, I think, tried to charge me. And, no, my old guard aren't out of bullets, I don't think, just yet. They aren't facing the right way, though. That's not good. What are you looking at? Something neat over there? Alright, there we go. Now we're formed up. There we go. Keep going. Oh, this guy finally ran out of ammunition as well, so that's gonna be pretty porous. Let's see what my Polish Legion's doing. Oh yes, he's lost 8 men, but boy is he really turning the tide of this. Yeah, these Kiltmen, they are not liking being flanked on this side, and oh yeah, look at them drop. Oh man. And now I'm really pushing. Alright, yeah, now my old guard is out of bullets. I am starting to charge in. Lightfoot versus old guard, there's only one way that's going to end. And that's with the death of light infantry. Although he does have the cavalry in the back, so that could support him. It is a general unit, so it is kind of weaker. But now it's the tide's starting to turn a little bit. You can kind of tell. Let's just take a quick glance down the lines. Looks like Prussia did end up winning this, and they are still using the light infantry. Oh, actually, the light infantry's gone. The British are kind of sitting back here. Portuguese, I don't know what they did to the French. I think I occupied part of the French, and that helped him beat the rest of them. And yeah, now I'm just taking my National Guard and going Leroy Jenkins style right at his foot, which with bullets. So that's not going to end well for me. Speaking of not ending well for someone, it looks like the light infantry did get charged by the old guard, and yep, they are completely shattered. Also, my Polish Legion only lost 8 men, so wow, and they are full of bullets. So that I have my whole right flank just totally done, and now they're doing desperate things like charging in with his general to my National Guard, which, I mean, that's not a terrible decision. I mean, they are militia at the end of the day, but we do have bullets, and that's what's going to happen to you. And somehow his general doesn't die. A little irritated, but that's all right. I think his general's right here. Oh, right here with the hat. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think it's this guy right here. He's just walking. He's just walking. What happens when you walk in this game? You die. All right, so we're still battling it out. I'm trying to move my general in position to really just not die, because we really can't have that momentum swing. But at this point, you can kind of see the mini map. It's all over but the crying. But we do. Our Prussian friend does have to clean up his British aggressor. Oh, and he does pop the general ability. So yeah, that's going to be a great battle. Look at this. It's a rainy beezy, but boy, are we having a good time with it. Who says you can't have fun in the rain? Bayonets, boys! Charge! Oh, the classic blue versus red. Oh, he got knocked down pretty good. Get up, men. Oh, no, he's thinking about it. Oh, he got hit hard. Oh. Archibald, get up and fight. Ah, there you go. He stuck him good. Alright, so let's go back to my side. So, I do have these 3 line infantry I needed to handle, but my ally finally is able to help me in this pursuit. My old guard, like I said, doesn't have any ammunition left. Where is my Polish Legion, though? Where did they go? They had to be somewhere around here, right? Oh, here they are. They did lose a couple more men, but yeah, this is... I really wanted to get them into the woods, so they have a little bit of cover and just to murder everything. So, that's all she wrote on that. I am going to keep charging with my old guard. I was trying to figure out how to best use them because they are out of bullets, but they are very strong in melee, so we're going to keep charging out of there. This is the only fight left in them. It's going to be a pretty classic finish. Luckily, we had all three of us win our respective battles. I think that I was able to help the Portuguese by distracting the French a little bit during that one, and he was able to capitalize on that, which was perfect. I think the Prussians were able to out-skirmish the British, which was excellent, and I think I think the Polish Legion at the very end was what won it for me, because before that it was pretty much tit for tat. So a lot of fun though. Really a really good battle. One of my favorites in a while, because it was such a hotly contested one, and we did come out on top. So that always helps with the enjoyableness of the game. So we do have some infantry just firing in. I think this one took a solid 19 minutes. Or no. I guess that was more 20 minutes. Okay. And, oh, he did win that. So let's see if he can make it to him. Charge, men, for king and country. Get in there. Oh, he's dropping him. Get there, men, get there. Can I charge? Good gracious, men. Don't worry, we have men coming to support. Oh, got an extra veterancy right before he died. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. We're gonna see stats here in just a second. See who the team MVP was. I actually don't even know if I saw these before. So let's see. Looks like I killed the second most in our group. The Portuguese were the ones that had the MVP for our team. The British on, I want to say the other side, had the MVP for the other, and I think this is the one, CPN Carros, was the one I was fighting. Look at that. Pretty much identical. So yeah, we were just given as good as we were getting on both sides, and I did have close to about 60 extra men, so that is what ended up winning the day for us. Let's look at our MVPs though. Cheshires just really were they were suicidal in this one. They did what they had to do, and there was 2 glory charges for that I ended up needing during the battle to swing it, and that was the one on the very far right. I think was just as vital as the Polish Legion being stuck in reserves. Let's see who else we got. Old Guard. All right, so I'm pretty sure this was the one on the right flank, and the other one was the one in the middle holding down the fort. So both did very good. This one almost got 200. This one got 126. Both great. This Swiss foot ended up getting 130. Let's see. What? Looks like this is the one that Polish Legion that I kept in reserve. Got him 64 big kills, which I think were very vital to the closing efforts. But yeah, the Swiss foot really did the yeoman's work of the killing here, and the Polish Legion really was just up on the top, trying to make sure that they didn't break through, and also gave our Portuguese allies the victory conditions they needed. So very good game to my opponents. This is Texanus Maximus, and we will see you next time.